Welcome to a live chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Put a 1 if you can hear me. Put a 2 if you can't hear me. All right, cool. We off to a good start. It's beautiful out here today. I was in the house. I was like, damn, it's too sunny. I got to come out here and walk, at least do my walk to the end and back. So I said, let me come out for a little bit. It's cool in the shade, but it's nice. I've been chilling, man, relaxing. Y'all know sometimes people need a break from YouTube. It's a really, sometimes YouTube could be an unthankful hobby, or not thankful enough. So, and no matter what, it's time that you just need a break. You need some time for inspiration. You know what I'm saying? I get a pass this time. Travel addict. Yeah, you just need. But this is winter time. It's a good thing about Rio. Even in the winter time, you can get a whole string of sunny days where the beach is not packed, but there's people on the beach, you know. And I was told by a karaoke that like a lot of these people are people from other parts of Brazil sometimes and not so much locals, because for the locals, this weather's cold. Because I'm like, man, this feels good to me. And they're like, nah, it's cold. So, yeah, beautiful people out here. And I'm referring to the women. I don't usually go live vertically, but I think it's even easier to hold the phone sideways. So next time I'm still go by horizontal, because it feels weird holding the phone this way. I don't know. I'm going to freelance the sermon today. I was going to freelance the sermon today. I was going to see where you guys' thoughts and comments led me. You know, it's just like the barbershop. When somebody comes in to get a haircut, you never know what they might want to talk about, and it can lead into a deep conversation. So, me as being kind of a middle-aged guy with experience, if someone out there would like some life advice, maybe we could do it like that. Yeah. On the Mirage? What are you talking about? All right. So what is it that y'all need from the God today? You know what's interesting? I was talking to a karaoke yesterday. Just let me be clear. This is a regular chick that, you know, has a regular day job and everything. So I don't think her views are skewed and twisted. But she mentioned that I was telling her that I was able to find a girlfriend in Colombia. I know other people have. I was able to find a girlfriend in Thailand. I was able to find a girlfriend in Peru. But I told her I've been coming to Brazil for a long time and it's hard to find in Rio. So let me back it up. I was able to find a girlfriend in Pattaya. I was able to find a girlfriend in Lima. And I was able to find a girlfriend in Medellin. But here in Rio, it's been difficult. Well, I don't know, I'm difficult. Because I definitely had a few opportunities. But she said, and I said, the karaokes are very casual. First I said that they were very promiscuous, but now I said, no, let me correct that. I said they're very casual, and what I mean by very casual is that if you meet a woman and y'all go out on a first date, that it wouldn't be unlikely that you would be able to go on a date, go out to dinner, and possibly, you know, have a relation that night. That's what I meant by casual. And when I say casual, I also mean that they're not making a big deal of it. They're not, oh, why you didn't call me the next day, or, you know, I gave you something, now you owe me. You know, it's not that. So that's what I mean by casual. They don't make a big deal over sex. You know, I think they view it as a normal thing. If they're feeling you and the night is going right, they'll take that to the next step. But she said that it's normal in Rio that the girls don't really want boyfriends. She said the women here don't really like men. They like their money, you know? And she meant that in general. She wasn't talking about working girls or anything like that. You know, and that was her opinion, of course. That was her opinion of a karaoke. And this woman is 33, so she's young, but she's not in her 20s. And that was her opinion. And she said that the black karaokes want the white karaokes. She said they feel like the black men are stuck up in Rio. This is her opinion. And when she talked about the working girl, she said she could never do that. She said her mother would kill her. And she said her mother, not her dad. She said her mother would kill her. So, of course, everybody, just a small portion of the women here do that, because it is shameful, you know, it would bring shame to their family, you know, or their family name. So it's not about that, but it's definitely about them pockets. And I say the same thing, that, well, people try to make things so different, but they're so much the same. So that's the start of the conversation, and we can work from there. Okay, let me see some of the comments. What's good, Zoe? Hey, Zoe. I'll be coming down there in late September for the Dallas Cowboys, Baltimore Ravens. Okay. I'll be there a week before the game. My first time going to Rio. Congratulations, Z Jams. I'm sure you're gonna have a wonderful time. Mike Lowry. What it do, OG? Everything's good. Smash the like, Big Six. Thank you, Mike Lowry. Hit that like button. Okay. A coworker and I were literally talking about this about an hour ago. Cicero? That's funny. Well, that was what we were discussing. Just happened naturally. I didn't bring it up. Yeah, she's very attractive. She is attractive. And it's a person that when I met her, we've hung out maybe 4 times. And I had known her for like a year before we ever even did anything and got intimate. So the way she handles her thing is different. You know, I've known her for over a year, even though I'm not here. I'm not here a year at a time, but I have known her for probably about a year before we ever actually did anything, or we were alone. Like I hung out with her at bars. You know, she have her friends. Sometimes I have a friend with me. We'll drink, we'll hang out. You know, she'll kiss or whatever, but she took her time with moving to the next level. So it's not like I wouldn't think that she was, her comments were coming from a jaded perspective. I know you were probably asking that because, you know, it's like, well, that if she's ugly, that's going to be her perspective. But no, she's not. She's attractive. YouTube, who rely on YouTube for income are running out of things to say and do in the travel space. Yeah, it's going to be hard if you're going to only depend on YouTube income. Hey Zoe, I'm watching. I'm the Magnificent. Which one is you? It depends. I'm the guy who rolls over my back. I'm the other guy. And sometime I'm in the middle. I'm one of the guys with the brownish yellowish shirts. So the other guy with the green shirt is Little Sean. So maybe that'll help you narrow it down. Yeah, he was walking the beach and back. Hi, welcome home. Global Advance, I can't read your whole name, but yeah, thank you. Mike Lowry. Do you believe the real American dream is to have passive income instead of acquiring assets and simply having a job? I don't know about that because listen, somebody has to be an employee. You know, if everybody wants to have passive income, and who's going to own the businesses and who's going to work at the businesses? It's just not a reality for everybody. Now, if you work in a profession, should you start your own side business? If you're at mastery level, yeah. Everybody should try and make passive income along with, okay, if you work a regular 9-to-5 job, right? Say you work for transit, say you work for UPS, you work for the post office, whatever. You're a teacher, whatever. I think you should take some of that income and either invest it in the stock market or invest it in real estate, whichever one, or invest it in your own side business. If there's something else that you do, if there's something else that you're good at, if there's something else that you can teach, knowledge that you can share, I think yes, you at some point, because some people have worked a job and still bought a house and bought multiple houses and kept their jobs, and then they were retired and they had their retirement pension, and then they also had their passive income through real estate or passive income through their stock portfolio. So yeah, I think you should diversify your money or diversify your ways of making money. The hot topic of the day on YouTube are these Pookies moving to Thailand with a few grand expecting to live overseas. I talked about that last night, so y'all can look at my live last night. CDXXL, what up? What up, Zoe? Keep doing your thing. Your time and experience are truly appreciated. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I mean, we could talk about that until the cows come home. And I think it's a twofold thing. You can't knock somebody for wanting to be inspired by others who are traveling. It looks great and people want to do it. And It's also can be addictive. It can also make you, not make you, but you could find yourself forgetting about the things that are important because you enjoy it. Like, who wouldn't enjoy going to another country, new experiences? It's a lot easier to have access to women, no matter how your access is. If you're using your mouthpiece to get women, if you're using your looks to get women, or if you're using your money to get women, it's still easier in a lot of countries, and especially the countries that guys are visiting. So that can be a great feeling of euphoria, and you want to do it over and over again, even though you can't afford to. And if you got people willing to help you stay in that zone of euphoria, you're going to keep leaning on them until they stop. So you can't, I mean, it would be up to the people who are supporting those who are, you know, asking for help to continue on with their dream. You know, what can you really do? CDXL, thank you for the super chat. I saw it. Yeah, so what can you say? You know, it's a double-edged sword. Will it inspire others to do the same thing? Yeah, more than likely it's going to inspire. I mean, I don't think no one could say that Jay Rillo didn't inspire NYC The Future, you know, and Jay Rillo inspired other people who were just traveling the world doing YouTube to start doing fundraisers as well. So, what can you say, you know? If people are gonna run their story of, oh, it's an emergency fundraiser, or I got a fundraiser to go to this country, are y'all gonna give me the money? And people give it to them, yeah. They're gonna keep asking. It's okay, let me show you the prime example, right? I travel around the world, and of course I meet people in all these places, and I don't mean just women. I meet guys that help me out on tours and did stuff for me, and they call on you saying that they're in dire need of help. You know, I got guys I know here in Rio. There have been people in Brazil. I mean, in Sosua. I wouldn't say Thailand. Have a girl ever asked me for money while I was home from Thailand? If you're not dating the girl, they're not gonna ask you for money. But Colombia, all these places, girls including guys, will ask you for help. They'll say, oh, it's time for my son to go back to school. You know, oh, my business is slow right now. Can you help me, right? Philippines too. It's a girl there that, nothing, me, we're just friends. I helped her a few times, but they will keep asking you, I learned, until you say no. When you say no, they will stop asking you. So I'm gonna give all of y'all that jewel. If you help someone, you are on their list of someone that they can call on in a time of need. So if you ever say yes, they will call you until you say no. When you say no, it usually only takes one time, but if you say no, sorry, can't help you twice, you're off their list. So if you want to get off of the beggars list or the I need help list, say no twice. That usually works. So it's no different than these guys who are saying, I'm going to keep asking because me asking got me here, right? And I'm going to ask until I can get home or ask until I get to the next place. So until their viewers say no, they're going to keep asking. And that's it. And once they get enough no's, they're going to say, well, that ship has sailed. I got to take my ass back home and get a job. So you can't kind of knock them because without the people sending them money, they can't do what they're doing, right? So it's, you know, That's how I look at it. I've been going to Brazil since 1996. Flew there 3 times in each of the past 2 years. Guys who watch you should go experience Brazil for themselves to understand why they'll never want to leave. It depends, you know. I would say me being from New York, me being a melanated brother from the United States, what I will say about Rio is that, yes, they know that you're not a karaoke most of the time, but look at all these melanated people, you know? Oh, another thing she said was that, she said something about in the United States. She said, do the black guys want the white girls in the United States? I said, it's not as much as here. I said, because in the United States, a lot of the people from the United States are from other places, and they're off into their groups. And even with the black people in the United States, they have sectioned us off into groups. And the only thing that will get us out of that is developing ourselves, developing our money, and that will get us out of the, you know, into other areas. But I said in America, all the people that, the nation of America, the people don't feel like they're under one umbrella. You know, the Italians, the Jewish, the German, the Chinese, the Korean, the Jamaican, you know, everybody is sectioned off into their communities in the United States. I said, whereas in most other countries, or at least like Jamaica, they're like, we Jamaican. And here in Brazil, we're all Brazil. They're all Brazilian. It don't matter if you're white, black, mixed in between. They all know one thing, that they are of the nation of Brazil. Where in the United States, in America, everybody does not consider themselves American, you know? So a lot of people get sectioned off into their own communities and they don't live together. So the mixing of the peoples, I think, happens less. That's my point. The beggars list, put them on a payment. ZOE on point with the no, yeah. Same goes with Venezuelan girls too. Yeah, no. I know, right? My boy's sending a Venezuelan girl money right now. And all she keeps doing is coming back with another problem. It's crazy. What do you got? Like, I met a girl last time I was in Cuba. I don't even remember meeting her. She was like, we met in the supermarket, blah, blah, blah. She sent me a picture of her freezer or refrigerator and that everything had melted in there because, you know, they're on like 10 hours of no power. And she was like, can you send me some money because all my food rotted? And I was like, no. Because if I met you and we didn't speak, and you didn't, you know, I met you, we exchanged numbers and I never heard from you, or I never saw you while I was there. But now that you're in need and you're like, this person is a foreigner, he could send me some money to help me. Girls do that stupid, they're not smart. They won't even at least start calling you for a week or two and buttering you up before they ask you for something. They'll just call you out the blue and be like, can you help me? I'll be like, who are you? Even if it's money you're willing to lose, it's what it is. My experience with Brazilian women are, the 99 of them have pride in themselves to ask for money. They'd rather work themselves. Yeah, I'm not saying it happens a lot, but I don't know about 99%. You know, you're just making up a figure. You know what I mean? So we don't know what the statistics are. Yeah. Somebody said she sent that picture to you and 10 other guys. Same thing. They want to send you some sexy pictures and ask you for money. Just say no, guys. And me, I had to build up a little, because I'm a nice person, and I hate to see someone in bad condition, in a bad shape. So, you know, I've looked out. On the first, if I mess with you, if we were good and we had good chemistry together and I F with you, I'm probably going to say yes the first time if I mess with you. I will help someone because I am very fortunate. So, you know, a lot of people will get the first round on me. That's the way I am, you know. And I know it's not it's not because they don't need it. In most cases, they need it. These are, you know, the type of money they make and what they make to live. You know, you could understand that they need help. So usually the first round, I'm gonna say yes if I fuck with you. But after that, if I see you coming back, like if it's once a year, you need help, I'll help you if I fuck with you. But if you hit me back like the next month or the next 2 months or 2 times, 3 times a year, it's gonna be no. You're gonna get added to my no list. Japanese women are becoming more open-minded. Their men aren't very aggressive, so Americans are swapping in. My boy has a child out there with a Japanese. Well, I got a friend who's been out in Japan for years, probably 15 years or more. He got a Japanese wife too and kid, but it ain't going too good. And he's worrying about how he gonna see his child, and you know he can't get his child to the U.S. So relationships are relationships. They're gonna have their ups and downs, and you got good people and bad people everywhere. So I don't believe nowhere. Now what I will say is the way the people behave in general or the culture can be different. So your likelihood of having severe problems or, you know, could be lighter. Like I can understand maybe Asian people not being as confrontational. Like maybe Asian people are not as nasty, you know, but if you like an Asian chick who likes hip hop and likes black culture, she's gonna act like the women in that culture. You know what I mean? They're gonna be fighting it up too. Albert Smith. Love, bro, salute, thank you. Hit the like button, thank you. Venezuelan women have problems every 10 days. I know that's right. Charlie B outside, my brother. They pop-up game is horrible, yeah. I got 99 problems, but a chick ain't one. Riley, guys that are losers back home, not used to the attention, are easy to fall for the okie doke. Payment plans have been used since the beginning of time. Very fortunate. YouTube would have you thinking blacks are all over Thailand. I never see them. Yeah, they're not. Well, that's if your algorithm just shows you the black YouTubers. Women are pretty big money. Women are pretty much the same everywhere. I would agree with you, Mr. T. Most women move the same everywhere. They just go about it different ways. I'll agree with you, Mr. T. Just got back from Thailand and you gave me some great advice. Preach. Sunday sermon. Yeah, so, yeah, if you don't be too giving. I mean, it's your money. Do it with it as you will. But understand, if you're dealing with the type And we're talking about Pattaya, Thailand, or maybe Bangkok too, or Phuket. If you're dealing with that type of woman, like a woman that you met in the nightlife, you know, in a nightlife district, their goal is to have 3 sponsors because they know they can't get it all from one. So, and they will pray and they will ask the monks to give them 3 sponsors. Like this is just normal stuff for them. They'll go to those temples and do the whole ceremony and sit there and ask them for 3 sponsors. It's real, man. Look at this, man. This is wintertime in Brazil. And it still can pop off, man. It still can pop off. This is what I love about Brazil. Now, I done already walked about 3 miles, and I don't even feel it in chancletas. You know, my foots are, now I'm not a virgin to the chancletas. You know, when I first started wearing these, you know, but right there, that thing used to hurt right here. My ankles don't hurt, my feet don't hurt. You know what I mean? My feet have adapted to the chancletas. Chanel. And I have to move them to the next level, would be walking barefoot. You know, as someone who grows up in the urban landscape in New York, you know, like you see, like, remember Shorty, I was in Santa Marta and we were walking through that lake and she was walking over the rocks barefoot, holding the inner tube like nothing. And I had on water shoes and my feet were killing me walking on those rocks. So we're so detached from the planet, like touching the earth, touching the ground, touching the dirt, touching the grass, that, you know, our feet are like tender. Well, and that's how you're supposed to connect. You're supposed to walk barefoot. So I'm gonna get on the sand a little later. Stay away from post 9 and 10. Yeah, I know, I ain't going that far, man. I'm going down to 6. I'm going to the fort and then I'm going back. You're in Brazil, bro. It's Chanelo. Yeah, I know I said it. I'm saying it for the people at home so they can understand. It is nice. Most Americans work hard for their money. You don't just hand it away. I hear what you're saying, but if you go to these countries and see the disparity between how we live and how they live, you would understand that. I mean, if you see the way these people live in the Philippines and other places, like, they got metal tin roofs and metal, like, it's no fan, no AC, no indoor plumbing sometimes, dogs. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? To get them a little $25, a little $50, it's nothing. Did you hear about that NFL player that got deported back to Kenya because of his criminal record and an expired visa? No, I didn't. I didn't hear that. Hey, y'all got me missing all the cuties because I'm talking to y'all. Who's that? Rock Lee Genius, and now subscriber. Thank you. Ace, $25 to them is nothing to us. Yep. Jamel, the baddies in South Africa be living in shacks. So this Jamel, somebody who goes there a lot. I enjoy your travel wisdom. Thank you. You're lucky you're American. Yeah. I would say with all this misfortune, it's still a lot to be grateful for, because I've seen people with my skin complexion in way worse situations than black people in America, you know? So I've said it on this channel, like, traveling around the world has made me have a different perspective on being a black man in America. Even though You know, it's not easy and it's a lot of BS. All I'm saying is it could be a lot worse. And at least in the United States, you can climb your way out of poverty. And it's happened all the time, where that ladder or that hill is a lot higher to climb in other areas. Mr. Lewis, thank you for the $4.99. Your videos are always full of wisdom and grace. Preach, Zoe. Thank you, Mr. Lewis. Have you met many passport bros that actually got married to overseas women? Not many, but I've known a few. And I've met a few. But I think the ones who did get divorced, I think they're quicker to get divorced if there's some BS. You know what I mean? Not like in America, because there is no, it's not the financial repercussions of in America. Like in America, you gotta think about, be strategic about getting divorced because of what it could mean to you. One, you may need both incomes to survive, to pay the mortgage, to pay to live. You got to think about that when you're in America. You might have to give up, split pensions and all this type of stuff. So I do know people who are unhappy, who sleep in different bedrooms, that are American, but they won't get divorced. They're gonna be like, one of us got to die. So I would say, and I know guys who have gotten divorced from their Colombian women or Brazilian women, you know? So I don't know. I think everybody's situation is different, you know? Charlie said, even $25 add up, put it. Oh man. Hey, listen, if you don't want to give, just don't give. Justin Singleton. Why is someone as fine as Tracy Lee Ross single? Never married. I think part of it is because she's rich, you know? A rich American woman wants a man to bow down to her in many instances, and men don't care if you're rich. I'm still not gonna be your bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem with rich American women. They are now, they then take the stance of a man. They like, I can act like a man, not meaning, you know, literally, but I can tell the man what to do. I can refuse to submit to a man because I got money. And that's why, in my opinion, why women who are wealthy in America are unmarried. Because a man doesn't care, he's still not gonna be your bitch. And they want men with backbone. And a man with a backbone is not gonna go for that shit because you got money. I'm still the fucking leader of the house. What I say still goes. You will submit to me. And if you can't, then your ass will be alone. And that's why they all have the same story of, oh, the young guys are after me. Oh, I date younger guys. Yeah, because a younger guy doesn't mind smashing a famous or rich older woman for fun. You know what I'm saying? And that's all they're gonna usually get. Because they won't marry the younger guy even if he wants to marry them, because they only will marry a man with more money than them. Women are selfish. They're not marrying a man that they will have to take care of. Men do it all the time, it's no problem. Maybe that's the way it is supposed to be. But women have a problem doing that. And that's why they don't get married. In my opinion. Mr. T, Justin Singleton. Same with the Jennifer Lopez. They not fun to be around. Yeah, you see, Jennifer Lopez had the dude that she got famous, her first husband. He was a nobody in the scheme of being a celebrity. I don't mean literally a nobody. And she started cheating on him with Puffy. She gave him a little money to open up a restaurant or something like that. Gave him some hush-hush money. And she divorced his ass and went with Puffy. And she hasn't married down since. You know? Yeah, women want a traditional relationship, but nothing about them is traditional. Well, I would just have to say this in response to that. We keep using traditional. Are we ever going to say that nothing remains the same, number one? And instead of using traditional, maybe we should say the law of order, the law of the universe, universal law. Nature's law would be that the man is here and the woman is here. The man is the leader of the house and the protector of the house. And the woman is the supporter. And I think that's universal law that can't be broken, but traditions can be broken. So maybe we should leave that word tradition out of it. And more, something that will never change is universal law. Traditions will change, but universal law won't. How about that? Anybody ever thought about that? Now I might have to find a place. Let me walk over here because the sun is coming in my same direction and that's hard to read the comments. So let me go on the other side of the street. I won't be, well, unless y'all just want to let me talk and y'all can still look at the baddies, I'll come back over here. So let me try this. So y'all don't have to see me. Y'all can look at the baddies because I can't see anyway. But the comments does keep the conversation rolling on. So I'll try. So which country did you trust to cut your hair that's messed up? Oh, the worst, I don't usually let people cut my hair in other countries, but I did give a guy a shot a long time ago in the Philippines, and he tore me up. Well, he was tearing me up, pause, and I just took the clippers from him and fixed my hair as best as I could. But yeah, he tore me up. So I don't usually let people cut my hair in any country because I'm a barber. I cut my own hair. And I always travel with my clippers. And no, I'm not cutting nobody else's hair in my travels. Sorry, I'm not doing it. If you happen to be in a country with me and you're getting married or something, yeah, maybe I'll cut your hair, but don't be asking me to cut your hair. I'm not cutting nobody's hair in these countries. Unless you're a big YouTuber and I'm gonna get an interview out of it, I'm not cutting nobody's hair. It's just not, it's just not something I do. And I wouldn't cut your hair for $100. I don't want to cut people's hair, Maybe 200, but 100 ain't even gonna move me. I'm sorry. It's what it is.
I have space for you.
So if y'all gonna pay 200, 250, listen, cut my hair. This is a donation to the Internationalzoe Foundation. Then maybe I'll cut your hair. Don't be asking me for no mirror to see the back and all that. You're gonna get what I give you. Zoe, I need a cut from you before I die. Well, that can happen, Jamel. If I've known you for many, many years, you know what I'm saying, and you've always been a good brother, all right, we could work something out. God damn. It's hard to see the comments. Why die hating, Zoe? I don't know. Zoe, appreciate your wisdom. Do you use your phone or a device to live stream? I'm using my phone right now. $100 is a lot of money. Yeah, I know, but it's not about the money, it's about your time. You gotta come to my where I'm staying, I gotta cut your hair, and then I gotta clean it up. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm like this at this point in my life. Why do something you don't want to do for the amount of money that ain't gonna change nothing? You know what I'm saying? Like that money, $100 ain't gonna change nothing for me. Yes, it's a little bit of bread. You know, I could get 2 or 3 meals out that 100. You know what I'm saying? But it's not worth doing something you don't want to do for a little bit of money that ain't gonna change nothing. You know, that's how when you get older, you start looking at your time more precious. So that's how I feel about a little cutting somebody's hair, something I don't want to do. $100 is just not gonna motivate me. Unless I get in a bad, you know, if I get stranded somewhere, the clippers is gonna be ready to go. And we could do some $20 haircuts all day, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna go to some countries and get stranded, at least have a skill. You know what I'm saying? If I got stranded somewhere, they stole all my stuff, you know, I needed to raise couple $100. I'm like, listen, Zoe's cutting here. I'm able to pay for my Airbnb. I'm cutting at the Airbnb. Y'all come see the guard, and I'm cutting all day. You know what I'm saying? So I never say never, but yeah, you know, be like, Zoe's Clippers is ready to go, man. Holla at your boy. Who is hot coming back? I gotta go on the other side, y'all, cause there's no shade right here, and I'm burning up. Like, I feel like the left side of my forehead is gonna be blacker than black. I ain't got my hat. Maybe I should sit down somewhere. Then I gotta buy something. All right, I'm gonna sit down over here for y'all. Oh, it's a nice little bit of shade right here. I'm gonna have to buy something though. Let's finish it up. So I hooked you up with Al Grease. That gotta be good for something. You're right. I got you. I told you already, Jamel, I got you. That's why cats going to Dominican Republic to get haircuts is $20 in the Dominican Republic too. You know, I'm still in Copacabana. I'm near the fort. I'm towards the end. Just taking a little short break because it's hot. Jesus, that sun is beaming. Let me go back, see if I missed anything. So would you ever rock a Caesar? Yeah, I had a Baldy at one time. But you know, my shit is going, so I'm gonna rock it until I can't rock it no more, you know what I'm saying? But I got a funny shaped head, so it's not my preference. Visiting Brazil, Rio is very energetic. I took a boat to Niterói. Have you been there? Yeah, I've been in Niterói. And that's something that the girl said too. Who's blocking everybody's comments? What did they say? Fiona's Life and Lamb? Somebody's just blocking everybody. What up, Zoe? You need a cap? Yeah, I know, but I didn't plan on doing all this walking. When I came out, I didn't realize it's so late in the day and the sun is at the highest in the sky. What kind of mobile data you use for your internet? You know what's crazy? That these guys be doing all this backpack stuff and all this stuff for streaming. And I've been streaming for years just using my AT&T service. And now AT&T got free service in Latin America, so I don't pay more. Latin America is included. Like it's a bunch of countries in Latin America that's included. And I hardly ever lose my stream with just my AT&T service. AT&T service is the best service internationally. I see dudes buy all this like I seen dudes brag about buying all that backpack shit and they be losing the signal. Like, you brag about buying all this backpacks and all this and all that, and I'm gonna be the best streamer because I bought all this shit, and you constantly losing streams. And I'm using my AT&T service, talking for hours and never lose signal. I don't understand it. Do you plan on settling down with a woman in another country? So this is clear sky. I don't plan, but I would love to have a good, significant other, but whoever it is, they gotta let me live when I'm not in that country. And I don't know if I'm going to stick to just one country, you know? I can't buy a sim in Brazil. You don't need to. I mean, you can, yes, you can buy a sim in Brazil. Relationships can never be traditional anymore because women make just as much money as men. Well, you're just talking about American, Justin Singleton. Women don't make the same amount as men in other places. And as an American, maybe you're probably going to make more money than women in half the countries in the planet, or maybe even more. I'm in Sao Paulo now, and it's so different from the rest of Brazil. Yes, it is. It is. It is very different. There you go. I'm talking on the phone. Time is important at this time in life. My niece asked me to help her move. I love her very much. I called a moving company and paid them $600 to move her. That's exactly what you should do, Ripple. See, you're at the age where you understand that it's better for you to help out with your money than help out with your back. Pause. Because it's like, yeah, I love you, baby girl, and I'm willing to help you, but I am not replacing your tire. We call them AAA. Fiona's life. You can get a sim at Cho's. Tim is a sim. Yeah, you can get a Tim sim, and it's a couple. You can also get a Claro sim here. How much you recommend for monthly income to live comfortably in Rio? It depends on what your rent is, okay? Outside of rent, I think you could live comfortably if you manage your money on $1,500 outside of whatever you're paying for rent. $2,000 would be better. Like I pulled $300 out my bank the first day I got here. And I've been here for more than a week, about a week and a half, and I still have about 100 left. But I will say I did do grocery shopping with my debit card. So I'm at the point now where I go to the supermarket, I buy my fish, I buy my chicken, I buy my vegetables, and for the most part, I cook at home. That'll save you a lot if you know how to cook. Flow. Just got back from Santiago, DR. How was it? Stay away from Colombia. It's not worth. When are you heading to the DR? I don't know when I'm going back to the DR. I'm thinking an Airbnb in Salvador is beneficial. The current Airbnb in Salvador are not that great. I stayed in a nice Airbnb in Salvador. But why Salvador instead of Rio? 2 weeks Punta Cana, 2 weeks Santiago, and I did the same as you. Cook at my Airbnb. Yeah, if you stay in a nice Airbnb that has all the utensils that you need, that's how I make sure my Airbnb is that. I make sure my Airbnb is have everything, pots, pans, you know, everything you need to cook a meal. I even leave seasonings and stuff in there. Each time I come back, I'm just adding things to make it better and better, more comfortable. Flo G. I agree, grocery shopping and eating out now and again. Yeah, because if you cook at home, because I bought like 2 big pieces of salmon that I cut into like 3 pieces each, and I bought like a pack of chicken breasts. And you know what I did is I seasoned everything, I cut everything, and I put it in the freezer bags. So what I'll do is just when I get up in the morning, I only eat one real meal per day, so I save a lot of money. Sometimes I might have breakfast. I'll have some scrambled eggs, and maybe I'll have a chicken breast with it. But for the most part, I'm just eating at around 5-ish, and it's usually vegetables and a protein, whether it's the fish or whether it's the chicken. And I'll chop up some carrots, some broccoli, cauliflower, maybe some potatoes sometimes, onions and peppers. Put it in the broiler or bake it, and then put the protein on the grill, and I'm good. I'm good. And the food actually tastes better here. I'm not gonna front. The food just had a different taste, man. The vegetables have a different taste. Oh my God. Yeah, y'all like the 15th person. I'm talking on the phone. Yeah, y'all keep coming up every 5 minutes. Another guy.
No problem.
Obrigado.
Yes, my brother.
Obrigado. You know, I'm sorry, I just get a little annoyed. They just keep coming up with the same line. They're like they all read from the same book. Like, oh my God, LeBron James. Like, come on, man, y'all killing me. Was that not the 7th person in a row? This is not a good place for me. I prefer Salvador over Rio. I like Rio, but Salvador has my heart now. I've been in Brazil for 6 weeks. Okay, I mean, I liked Salvador. And I wasn't there enough to really have a strong opinion on it. But what I will say is that a lot of people who have traveled all around Brazil still say, man, it's nothing like.
Like Vini Jr. Hey, Vini Jr.
God.
Hi. I love Brazil. Beautiful. Nice.
That's number 10. That's
big boss.
Peace, brother. Obrigado.
Look like
Obrigado.
Vini Jr.
Obrigado.
Depois eu vou.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Don't forget your daily acai. I don't have the acai because all over Rio the acai is like overpriced. You know what I'm saying? This good. Fruit and veggies are awesome in Brazil. I'm vegan, and there are so many choices, even in the supermarket. Yes, and the fruit is great too, man. Vinny Jr. Salvador Bahia is too slow for me and way more dangerous than Rio to go places. OB. Yeah, I was, please. Okay, my brother. Yeah, I don't know that for sure, but it felt like there were a lot less things to do. But if you like a slower pace, maybe that works for you. But for me, this Rio has everything, you know, and you can still get bored in Rio. But you would have to live near the beach to go to the beach every day in Salvador, if beach is important. In Rio, most places that a foreigner is going to stay is going to be near the beach, a block or two from the beach, so you always have that beach. They act like they're not used to seeing black people. No, it's not that. They know that I'm an American and they know I have money and they target you to buy their stuff. Foreigners. Like this, it's a white couple right next to me and they bugging them too. You think you're blending in, but you're not, you know. You're not, you know. Just the fact that I got on a shirt, I'm not blending in because all the karaokers don't have no shirt on. Yeah, your swagger, your style. Like I saw a brother when I was walking up the beach, I saw a brother and I knew he was American. Even though he was black, he had a black tank top, black shorts on and black dark shades. And he had the way his beard was and everything, I just knew he was American. You know what I'm saying? He said, what's up? I'm not fed up, but you know, it's like, all right, if I give you know what it is? It's not that they're panhandling, it's that they see that you're on the phone and then, or they're not. They just don't recognize that. It's rude to interrupt people when they're on the phone. You know, it's not like I'm just sitting here having a drink. They see I'm engaged with something and they're still, you know, doing what they're doing. That's the part that makes me get a little bit fed up. You said 1,500 USD? Yeah. Outside of your rent. Like a month, if you were buying your own food, cooking your own food for the most part, you got a little money for fun, you should be able to manage 1,500 a month outside of your rent and be okay, provided that your utilities are included. Yo, that was me, bro. Salute. Okay, do 9108. Yeah, see? Yeah. Thanks for speaking, you know what I mean? Because sometimes brothers don't speak when they see each other. You said 1,500 is enough, but what if you want an entertainment budget if you're catching my drift? Well, if you want an entertainment budget, then I would say you might need like, you shouldn't have more than another 500 for entertainment. There's no way you should be spending 1,000 a month on that type of entertainment, okay? So, you know, and I would say you better stick to the thermos and not the freelancers. Or just get you a chick that you can negotiate a plan with, where it's like you find you a girlfriend and you help her out, you know, something like that maybe. Yeah, bro, most don't speak, yeah. I got bored in Rio after 6 days. I was there. Maybe because tricks, but what time of season did you come, and did you have an itinerary of things to do? Don't get me wrong, you can get bored anywhere. But the place that I think you would least to get bored is probably Pattaya, Thailand. Like, it's always something going on over there, so I don't know. But yes, I understand that you could get bored. You can get bored, but that's if you don't have Brazilian friends. Because if you have Brazilian friends, they will be able to show you some things that you don't know about. There are some things to do here that you have to learn over time. But still, yeah, you can get bored if you're alone. That's the number one way to get bored overseas. If you're by yourself all the time, you can get bored. But if you're with someone who can show you a few things that you don't know about, trust me, it's a little bit better that way. Prince Centennial, monthly membership. I'm not sure, are you a monthly member? As a black man, do you feel safe in Rio with the police? And I'm more afraid of the police than the gangsters. Well, you wouldn't find yourself in an altercation with the police. And Steve, thank you for the $25 super chat. Cashapp. You wouldn't find yourself in altercations with police often in Brazil, or at least in Rio. I've been stopped once or twice coming back from Cashapp because it's a long ride and we're going through a lot of favelas and stuff. But besides that, I've never had an altercation besides them stopping the Uber and making us get out and checking our bags. And that only happened twice. So I don't think Rio isn't boring. There's so many places to go. See, Fiona's life, she probably knows all the things to do. So you just got to get with somebody who knows what you can do. It's all about information, I think. Gilmore Mish, Skylar keeps saying you need like 40,000. Well, I think Skylar has a bigger budget because I think his rent is 2,500 and he's including the rent. So I think his 45 is including what he's paying for rent. Now, if you added 1,500 to 2,000 of your rent to the 1,500, now you're at 35 to 4,000, which is correct. This is correct. I just believe he's adding the rent. I was saying besides the rent, I travel alone, traveling for 2 months now. I'm never bored. I hear you, but I've been traveling alone for 7, 8 years. You can get bored. How was your Portuguese? Slowly getting better. The more conversations I have with the Portuguese women I know, the more I pick up a little more and more. Cornell, I mostly travel by myself. I don't trust a lot of people to travel with because they don't know how I act. You don't want them to know how you act, or you act up too much that you don't want them to know. I feel you laughing. Justin Singleton, Charlie Wilson had one of the last shows, says he is about to hang it up. That stroke has slowed him down after years. I can dig it. Well, he's contributed and he had a second life in the music industry, so I'm sure he's very proud of his career, you know, overcoming drugs and everything and getting in tune with the newer generation and them still honoring him. And so I think that was really good. So you're not going back to Thailand? Yes, I am. I can't wait to go back to Thailand. Aris Calgary, I'm sorry. I can see that, Zoe. Your Portuguese is better than your Spanish. Yes, it is. It is. I meant they don't know how to act. Oh, okay, okay. Well, I think you just got to find the right crew to travel with because there are a lot of brothers who know how to carry themselves. You know, you just got to, maybe your personal friends. Junie waiting on you in Thailand, Justin Singleton. No, I got two other, I got my eye on something else in Thailand now. Fiona's life. Zoe, I've been living and traveling abroad for 10 years. I live in Asia. Yes, you can get bored. Okay, Fiona. Fiona, my bad. You're a veteran. No disrespect to you, my sister. Where do you live in Asia? Snoop song gave Charlie Wilson a second chance. Yeah, for sure. That's one of the places it started. And the fact that he was in Rio. That song also got people to come to Brazil. What city in Brazil do you recommend traveling to for the first time visitor? Rio de Janeiro. You ain't got to think about that. The first timer, I think Rio is the best city to visit in Brazil for a first timer, for sure. View message. Dude from Cali who bagged the bad Thai girl, even Chris Brown was trying. You ever heard? Show. Oh yeah, the brother who bagged the pretty Thai girl, I know him. Well, we met him, we talked to him. I know her, we met her, we talked to her. We were actually going to collaborate, but I had got a little under the weather. I hope to meet you one day to say hi. I know your channel is just for guys, but I've been watching you for a while. I wouldn't say it's just for guys. I think it's guy-centered because I'm a guy and most of the audience are guy. And some of the things I've been doing over the years would, of course, attract guys. But I welcome women to my channel. You know, it's not as racy as it used to be. Mr. Coconut Oil, Hazel. What happened to the big brother who was kind of loud? Oh, Travel Wilf. He's good. He's good. We trying to get back on the road, you know, but he's regrouping right now. Oh, you in China? Okay, let me ask you something, Fiona. I want to go to China. It's big on my list. I heard that there are cities in China where you don't need a visa, or is that incorrect? And what city? Of course, I want to go to the city that has the Great Wall. I have to do that first. But I'm going to start going to China because I need to see this. They're telling me China is so amazing and so many different type of cities and so ahead of the future that I'm really focusing on getting to China by next year. I just have to get the visa. And if you have any information or suggestions on what city to go, and if there are cities that you don't need a visa to get to China, let me know. You ain't the only one who has their eye on something else when I go back to Thailand. Ms. Roy, I feel you on that. Got a lot to choose from in Thailand. Thailand, forehand massage, Tree Town. You like that spot, huh? I've been there before. I had a great time. Subs, oh my God, keep dropping gems and living life. Thank you, Blockchain Nitty. Global Paper, what's up, my brother? Miles and Miles for life. Mr. Jules, without knowing Portuguese. Yeah, I mean, you'll be okay. You'll learn enough. And you could always go to Maps and hang around with some Americans and get the lay of the land. I definitely want to see you interview Mike and Pefan. She bad as hell. Midday thirst for Canadians, no visa. Oh, that's cool. The scenery looks nice there. Yes, it is. It's amazing. Let me turn around the camera again. Damn, this bird is just jumping up on the table. Let me turn it around again. Yeah. I definitely want to see you in an interview with Mike. Yeah, I could have interviewed them already, but I think everybody's like jumping on their bandwagon and they're trying to use him for his girl's beauty to get an interview. I'm not interested in that, you know. I generally was going to collaborate with them with a project and not do something like that. Zoe told me about Tree Town. Shh, Teddy, don't be telling everybody. Mass has to be experienced at least once in your life. Yes, it does. Yes, we're in Copacabana. It's nice out here. Look at this. Look at all down the beach. Look at when you go down the beach. Look at that. And this is the winter time, man. So imagine what this place looks like. This is the winter time on a warm day. Yeah, this place is amazing. Brother Zoe, what's your thoughts on Morocco? I want to get there one day, and there's a specific area that I want to go to that I was referred to go to by a brother I met from the UK, but he was a black brother, and he said, you got to go here in Morocco. That scenery is hard to beat. Yep, straight motivation. It's Sunday, too. Okay, yeah. And it's 2:21 here. Can y'all get the likes up a little bit? 85 likes, there's 200 people in the building. So, quick question. Hold on. So, is that the fort? Yeah, that's the fort right there. So I'm near the edge, the end, past Postal 5. Yeah, certain folks are using Mike's Lady Parfum in their promo videos as AI posters, which is wild. Well, I hope they're giving her at least a shout out and gave her a couple dollars. So is that, yeah, okay. So quick question for you. While I'm in Thailand, is it worth going to Vietnam? Yes, it is, for a week. While I'm there, yes, it is definitely, and I would say go to Ho Chi Minh City first, because Ho Chi Minh City has a lot of tourist attraction. You got the Chi Chu tunnels. You got the museum from the Vietnam War. They got the ship. They got the planes outside. They got the Agent Orange Room. They have that famous post office. There are a lot of things to do in Ho Chi Minh City. They got their walking street. They have. You want to eat some pho. Yeah. Vietnam, and it's an easy flight. You just got to get your ticket and get your visa. But I would definitely say if you're in that part of the world, you want to knock out Cambodia, you want to knock out Bali if you can, maybe Laos. Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. That's how I got through most of Southeast Asia. While I was in Thailand, I would visit another neighboring country. This guy Zoe, what up? Blackbeard Travels TV. What's good, my brother? I'll be back in Rio for New Year's. Wow, you gonna spend that big money for New Year's? My place is already booked, thank God. So do you plan on going to Egypt? I've been to Egypt already. It was one of my early trips in 2016, I think it was. I've been all over Egypt, and I went with Tony Browder. So it was an educational tour. It was a 2 weeks tour, and we went everywhere. Aswan, Nubia, Cairo. I mean, we flew, we took buses, we took boats, I cruised the Nile. I did it all. It was still the most amazing trip I've ever been on in my life, was my journey back to Kemet, or journey to Kemet. Gotcha, I had an Airbnb near the fort, but never went by there. It's a cool thing to go through. They have museums in there, they have a few restaurants in there, and it's a nice view. You know, it's a couple cents to get in, like $1 or $2. You need a visa to go to Vietnam. Yes, you need a visa to go to Vietnam. Sure. Zoe, be honest, how many you seeing out there? What you talking about, Thailand? Rio is same time zone as New York City. Is it? 2:24? Global Zone, Jason Taylor, what's good, my brother? I plan on coming back to Rio next year during the off season, which is better. Yeah, Cornell, it is better. It's actually nice right now. Charlie, imagine if you went with a black scholar. Oh my God, they would have schooled you on so much stuff. You know, it's the trip is different when you go with a scholar. Trust me, it is. If you were to go back, trust me, go with a scholar on an educational trip. When you coming back to Peru, Victoria and I don't know. It's definitely not this year. No sound? Okay. No sound. Let me see. It's no sound? Hold on. Let me reconnect. Hold on. How about now? Is it back now? So you deserve your flowers, big dog. You blazed the way for so many brothers like myself. So salute. Ms. Raw, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm having some technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I was saying that they usually clap when the child is missing so the parents can find the child. If someone finds a missing child, they hold them and they clap. Everybody around claps so it'll be easy for the parent to find their child. I want to walk, but man, I think I'm gonna start walking again, y'all. I'm gonna start walking again. Sound is back. You good. Repeat that you were saying about Egypt. I said it's if you go to Egypt and you really want to know the knowledge on your trip, you should go with someone like Tony Browder. I don't think Ashra Kwesi still does the tours. Renoko Rashidi used to do the tours, but he passed on. Find an educator who studied under Dr. Ben and Dr. Asar, and people like that. If you want to go on an educational trip with these scholars who've studied under these famous educators, Dr. Ben and all these guys, because your experience will be totally different going to Kemet with that group. You'll be able to see things that normally you won't be able to see, like the average person who just goes with a tourist or something. Hey! The average person who just goes with a tourist or something, it's not the same. Happy Sunday. Repeat, okay. New Year's trip is only about double when it's paid to visit Rio last week. Can't do Carnival though. Do you think the Arabs there are trying to gatekeep Egypt, saying they were original people? Of course. There's no thinking, and they know the truth. But they've been exposed a few times as of lately because they did the DNA test right on TV live, and it was like, this is a black Negroid. And their faces was stupid. You know, they know they're liars, but you know, black people have been discredited all over the world. You know, I mean, that's the thing. These are the people that we've been disrespecting, saying that they were subhuman, saying that they were stupid and uncivilized. You know, we got to keep that going, because if they know that they had everything to do with greatness, you know, they would look at us like we're fools. You know, and they're being proved to be liars over and over again. So it's what it is. You know, that's a longer story that I don't feel like getting into now. Beard dies on point. Thank you. Truly, brother, you do deserve your flowers. I would not have gone to Cambodia if not for you. Blessings. Who said that? Cool Breeze. Cool Breeze, where did you go to Cambodia? Did you go to Siem Reap? Or did you go to Phnom Penh? Just curious. Tev King says hi, all over the world. Even in the US, we can't have anything, not even hip hop. Teddy Zoe, I'm going to Brussels, Belgium. See the African music. I've been to Germany, but I want to go back to Europe, to certain places to see certain things. And I definitely want to catch that Afro Fest or whatever it is called in Portugal. I keep missing that. And they told me that thing is off the hook. The soccer jersey, I think I bought this here. I've never seen it again. I got lucky. Colombia. Do you issue with your beard dye staining your shirts? No. Because when you put it on, you should have no shirt on, and you leave it in, and then you wash it out. It doesn't, if you wash it out good, it no longer, it doesn't come out on your clothes or your bed or nothing like that. If that's what's happening when you dye your beard, you must be using the wrong dye, or you're not washing it out well. This is what some people do. They put the beard dye in and leave it in because it looks perfect when they put it in. So they leave it in, and they walk around all day with it on their face, and then it gets on their clothes. Sometimes people do that, but you're supposed to put it in for X amount of time and then rinse it out thoroughly. It should never stain your clothes unless you put the dye in while you got your shirt on. You know, so they're doing something wrong. I'm going to check in Portugal next month for my birthday. How's the weather at this time of year there? I've been to both places. I found both places amazing. Czech Republic was a sleeper because I didn't expect a lot from Czech Republic, but it was dope. They had dope night spots. They got that one place with that clock or whatever. I forgot what it's called. Czech was dope, and it was so many people from so many other countries. I remember we were standing online going into clubs or bars, and people were speaking like 4 or 5 different languages. I need to get back to Rio. Went 3 times. Yeah, that Afro Festival in Portugal last month. I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was like last month. You recommend brothers get an online business or just have savings when moving to Brazil? No, you need to be making money while you're staying anywhere, because if you just save money, you're gonna run out of money. So you gotta continue, you gotta have a plan to continue. Even if you save money, you still need to be making money. You can't do this off of one budget. Unless you say, okay, I save money, I'm gonna live in Brazil for 6 months and then go home. You know, you gotta be making money. Personally, I'm not a fan of Czech. However, my favorite hip hop festival is out there. Okay. Okay. So Cicero, hey Zoe, would you rocking a gray beard for that? I would rock a gray beard once my hair goes gray, then I'll rock a gray beard. But I don't like the mismatch. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it. Why look older if you don't have to? You know what I'm saying? Like, if your hair is gray up here, or if I go all the way bald up here, then maybe I'll rock the gray beard, you know? But I got a little while, maybe a couple years to decide. But once you go gray, you can't go back. Like, if I start walking around with a gray beard, then I can't go back to dye. You know what I'm saying? You'd have submitted. I remember I let my gray beard come in a little bit, girls' hair, and this was like 4 years ago, 3 years ago. They was like, what happened? I was like, oh, y'all don't like this gray. All this shit niggas been selling me about, yeah, we like the gray, go gray, go gray. I was like, I didn't get good reception when I went gray. So I'm a hold on, I'm sorry. But I'm not. January, February, okay. When I went to Portugal, I remember it was like changing seasons. So it was jacket weather, but it wasn't hot enough to go to the beach town, you know. Lord Penn in China, yeah, I think, I didn't watch his video, but I think it's hard for you to have, get on the internet while you're in China and stuff like that. I'm not sure, but I think it is. You know what? I got my charger here because my battery is running low. I forget about that. I should have put my charger on this phone a while ago, but I'm running out of power.
Hey, bro.
Let's see if this guy can get a little more power. All right, let me get a little power on here. But I feel good. I would have walked 5 miles today. So that'll be some exercise. And I walked 5 miles in my flip-flops, my Chanelo, my chancletas. So I think that's some extra muscles in your feet. In case I gotta kick somebody in the ass, my foot will be stronger. Get the VPN for China, so it must be okay before entering. Is there any specific VPN? Because I have a VPN that I use when necessary, but is there a specific one you need for China? Because I know it can't be that simple, because China is technically advanced, so if they don't want you online, they will make sure you're not online. Oh, we got a little shade. I can see the questions now. Javiana, yeah, that's the ones I have. Yes, Rio's Airbnbs are not great, especially if you want to be in Zona Sul. Have you been to Barra de Juca? Yeah, of course, many times. I haven't gone on this trip because this is not the kind of place you want to go by yourself. You know what I'm saying? You want to go over there with somebody.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Good.
This is my guy here right across from. Come over here if y'all want to see some girls. Y'all come to 147. See my man Marcus. He got the hot girls. He got the hot girls if you want. Well, he used to. I don't see much of them today. But then again, it's out of season. It's out of season right now. We're dealing with the winter time, the winter flow. It ain't the same. I can't, the sun is back beaming in on. Let me turn this around for y'all a little bit, get y'all a little bit of entertainment. Damn, I can't see the questions at all. The sun is too bright. Can't see my screen well. I remember meeting you at tent 147. Can confirm Marcus had the girls over there. Yeah, Marcus. He got the hot girls. You know, I mean, you know what I mean. There's girls everywhere, but he got the ones willing to engage. If you know what we mean. He got the ones willing to engage. He keep messing with me too. Every time he goes, I go over there now, he only speaks to me in Portuguese. He like, nah, you gotta speak Portuguese now, you live here. I'm gonna surprise him one day. I'm gonna hit him with a whole paragraph. They be playing that paddle ball. They love their sports, their beach sports. Then I will say the older people stay active here, you know? I think there's some shade over here. Let me go over here. Let me go over here and get some shade so I can see the questions. Ooh, that's much better. Much better. Did I just hear Kompai? 147 got the guns. It's funny because when I came out my building, I felt like, wow, it's cool out here, you know, like I felt the breeze on my toes, pause. But as soon as I got in the sun, the weather felt great. Y'all see the Brazil sign over there? If you go in front of there, you're gonna have to give a little tip. Y'all can't be posting up over there taking no pictures for free. You gotta give a tip. Ooh, my phone is hot. But there's no reason to not get out and walk, because at least you got a great view out here all the time. No reason not to come out here and get you a little bit of walk on. Just give me my Asian and Latin chicks and I'm good. Ms. Raw, you don't want no African chicks? You don't want no black chicks? You don't want no white chicks? You don't love all God's children? Hey Zoe, have you bumped into DJP? No, I haven't seen him in a long time actually. Iguazu Falls. Javier, yeah, I know I'm gonna get there, Javier. I gotta go with the right chick. I ain't trying to go solo. Just in case I want to throw somebody in, you know, you gotta have somebody with you. That's kind of wild comment to say out loud, especially if you're dark melanated. Have you been to Ethiopia yet? No, I haven't been to Ethiopia yet. Afro-Brazilian women, even just ahead, enjoy. Man, I'm entitled to my preference and opinions, and so are you. Man, I'm not judging, I was just asking. Zoe John Thompson, good? I think so, because if he wasn't, I think my boy Augusto would have told me. So I think he's okay. So I heard you don't get no girls, only streetwalkers. That's what Future said. What Future said. Well, if I don't think that's what he said. I think you're just trying to start some shit. So I'm gonna, let that silly comment slide because I'm not a fool. I'm very mature, and lies don't offend me. I'm not like the rest of these guys, dogs. No, so I was responding to dude in the chat. Yeah, it's all good. And anybody who watched my channel have seen my works. Dirty bro go. I'm still not full-time, but good looking out on the tips. Skylar posted on IG, he is enjoying Morocco. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, most places I think people go, they go for enjoyment. And I'm pretty sure if you get some advice from someone that's there or do your research, that you can go almost anywhere and have fun, you know? I'm just tired of going places solo. That's why I've been kind of chilling on the exploring. I'm just tired of going solo, you know? Maybe I need to make some group trips. Not big group trips, but like, somewhere about 5 people agree to go to the same place, something like that. Tired of being on all those tours by myself. And they be looking at me like, and where are you from? And why are you here alone? Yeah, dolo traveling sucks. Zoe, the people's champ. Group trip. Sounds good, I'll go. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just set up a group trip somewhere. Maybe we should do China. What up, Zoe? I heard a great birthday vacation in Rio. I had a great birthday. Rio's still undefeated. Ed Smith. Yeah, Rio is definitely special. You gotta comment to a lady and be like, Austin. You gotta commit, and be like, Austin. Seem like you're scared to get a girlfriend. Always better to travel with a lady. I'm not scared to get a girlfriend. You know, I've had women wanting to be my girlfriend. It's just that I don't, it's a lot of stuff that I can't put up with women, you know, like, and I don't need a dependent. You feel me? And most of the women are going to be at a stage of their life that they're working on their career, they have a job, and to have them, okay, like this. I don't make enough money on YouTube to be paying for somebody else's ticket and food, everything, you know? So I don't mind a woman coming with me, and she gotta have something going on for herself. You know, like, it's just, why spend double the money for what? Just so I could go to a country, I gotta take somebody with me? Nah, I'm not interested in that. Don't get me wrong, I have treated women to trips, but who wants to do that full time? You know what I'm saying? If YouTube ain't paying enough for me to be treating a woman full time, you know, it's a lot. It sounds good. We don't know Austin and Z's situation, you know. I don't know if that's what he's doing, but it has to be a woman also willing to give up her life. You feel me? Like, I'm not gonna just travel the world with a nobody woman, you know? Like, I'm not gonna snatch a girl from the gutter and just travel around the world with her. And if she's not like that, then she's probably got something going on for herself. So she got her own aspirations and dreams and, you know, things going on. So a trip here and there, which I have done, you know. I went to Arequipa with Cammie. I brought Cammie to the US. I went to Tumbes with Cammie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've done things with women periodically, but to full time, take someone out of their lifestyle. Now, if a girl is not doing anything and she's willing to commit to just going with you everywhere, you still also have to like them. You have to get along with them. You have to enjoy being with them a lot. And they have to bring something to the table. So it's you know, it sounds great, but it's not easy to do. So there's a lot of things that need to be in place to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? She needs some bread. Yeah, thank you, Charlie. Great idea. Tell them mind your business. You gotta commit. Okay, yeah. Facto, talk that talk, Zoe. You know, so this is real safe, relatively. I would say that, relatively. Mentuition, Rio looking good. We will be there this year for sure. I know y'all will be back, Mentuition. Shout out to Mentuition. So, yes, you know, I get that, and I know that that is a strategy, and I actually was doing that before. I traveled with Junie, you know, I was gonna travel with Pinky, but, you know, it's like, it depends, you know, it depends. One, you gotta be sure you wanna make them your girlfriend, and they have to be available to travel with you full time, and you have to be able to afford it, or afford it together, you know? So, which means maybe the woman gotta have some income going in or something. I don't know. You know, I see that situation can work, but that's a lot. And then you might have to deal with the woman saying, take the video down if y'all break up. Exactly. You gotta get them to sign a NDA. Yeah, Austin lady quit her job and trust him to go travel with him, but she helps him edit his videos, makes calls for him, and it has her own channel. Yeah. And you know, dudes go goofy over girls being on your channel. Like they get obsessed with the girls on your channel. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot. And you make a girl more famous or popular, sometimes it's not beneficial to you, you know? Look what happened with Chocolate Man, you know? Look what happened to, what's the other brother's name? Game Abroad, you know? Dudes be running up on shorties. So your late night thirst and your beach interviews are still legendary. Ms. Real, thanks. But yeah, I ain't gonna be doing no more late night thirst. It's not in the spirit of where I wanna go, you know? It was fun, it was dope. It's time to move on, time to be strong. Maybe I should have a baby. Then I'm forced to be focused. Call in while I was. Yeah, it was fun while it lasted for sure. Game Abroad stepfather, I mean, if you want a mature woman, the likelihood that she may have a child is very likely, you know? If you're gonna meet a woman who's in her 30s or something like that, it's very likely that she will have a child. You know, it just depends how good of a woman is she, and is she to you? And is her child or children, you know, look up to you, or good kids or beautiful, you know, children, you know, it all depends. I wouldn't just quickly condemn it. If you're a grown man, it sounds stupid to me, men in their 50s or 40s and 50s telling you to get a woman without a child, but then if you have a woman that's 20 something, she's too young for you. Well, if you have a woman 30 something, it's likely that she's gonna have a child. Now, if you're in your 20s or maybe your 30s, then you can get a woman in her 20s who may not have a child. But the likelihood, if you're in your 40s or 50s and you get a woman in her 30s, she's probably gonna have a child. So the thing is just, you know, I just hate the hypocrisy. You know, there's just a lot of hypocrisy with that. Telling men this and that. Yeah, if you're a young single man, then you shouldn't be looking for a woman with a child, but, you know, people want to call, what's the football player who got with the girl, the singing girl? Oh, you know, I think he got more kids with her now than Future had, so what fucking difference does it make that she got one child from Future? When they look like they got a good family unit, he looks like a good man, a good father, a good husband, but you got stupid niggas on the internet talking about them. Like, and the dudes who always talking the most shit don't even have a wife. You know what I'm saying? They don't even have the circumstance that they're telling you to be in and not be in. They don't have either. So what are you listening to them for? Doesn't make sense. All these people online telling you how to live, how to date, and they're all fucking single. And they have no proof of purchase. They have no proof that their theory works and the other one doesn't. That's the internet though. People can just say anything. No, just practice making one. I've been doing that for like the last 8 years. uh, down there in Brazil, they'll be in the 20s always having kids. They'll be in their teens having kids over here. Yeah, Russell Wilson. Thank you, Cool Breeze. I just seen on the internet a woman was shaming a 50-year-old man for dating a 28-year-old woman. They villainized the men. Yeah, but they just jealous. You know, I would say mind your fucking business. I mean, 28 ain't no spring chicken for a woman. So she closer to 30 than 20. Feel me? You know what I mean? And they just mad that they can't do it. Not that they would want to do it, but they're mad that men have that option and there's nothing that they can do about it but complain. Yeah, a 50-year-old man with his shit together and money could easily get a woman in her 20s. Cause she's looking at that man as, this is the motherfucker that's gonna replace my dad from taking care of me. I'm with that all the way. And that's just the fact of the matter. Cause the number one thing women want is protection. You know what I'm saying? They want security. These are the most important things to women. A most important thing to a man or a young man is not fucking security from a woman. It's not protection from a woman. You feel me? So the sexes want different things. That's why you'll see an old motherfucker with a beautiful young wife. Because that old motherfucker has proven to that young, beautiful woman that he could take care of her. He could protect her. He could give her a lifestyle she wants. And that's, don't be mad at the men if that's what the women want and you're able to provide it. Oh, they just with you for your money. Like a young broad ain't with a rich person for their money. It's the same shit. It's the same thing. Shout out to TF7390 for the $20. Support the channel if y'all want Zoe to do all this extra special stuff that y'all suggested. Thank you, appreciate the super chat. Can men still have kids in their 50s and 60s? Hell yeah. Ask around. You see all them, you see Eddie Murphy got like a 5-year-old, right? Shit. Good morning, Zoe. CB rather wait. CBR rather wait. Facts. Preach, Zoe, preach. AI, Pacino. Yeah, so it is what it is, man. People can say whatever they want to say, but the facts are the facts. And the facts are that a woman will be with a man twice her age if he can give her the things that she desires. You don't gotta be the most handsome, all that. Oh, he gotta be 6 feet and making all that. That's a bunch of bullshit. Because 99.9% of those women ain't gonna never get that. That's just talk. That's just rhetoric. The fact of the matter is, let a motherfucker come with that bag. You got a lot more options. And that's globally. If you go overseas and you got a couple 100,000 in your account, man, your options open up more. Now, a couple 100,000 might not be that impressive in the Western world, you know, but take that couple 100,000 overseas, player. Now, you got to be vigilant with your money. You can't just, blow it all, but you could get a nice place to stay and, eat in nice places once in a while, dress nice, look nice and clean, and yeah. They'll recognize that. And you be like, you wanna live my lifestyle? You wanna live like Daddy Zoe? You wanna travel all around the world? My boy says my problem is that I be too nice to girls, and then when I stop being that nice, I'll be tricking them. But I can't help being nice. I'm a nice person. Woo-wee. Brazil, Brazil. Can't help it if I'm a nice guy. What's good, bro? Everything good. I'm 57 in Manila. Hold on. In Manila with a 29-year Filipino beauty queen with a good job and her own crib. Trey Lorenzo. Yeah, but I bet you got that bag. She might have a good job, but that don't mean too much in the Philippines, my G. Keep it a buck. You got a bag. You should say, I'm 57 with a bag, and I got a bad Filipino queen. You ain't no bum, I know that's for sure. Don't leave that part out, my G. Don't act like she with you because of your looks and personality alone. I'm not saying you don't got them. Women don't complain about Elon. Elon got his top piece back and everything. He got that money. Elon was going bald back in the PayPal days. My son is 12. I'm bringing him with me to get his feet wet on the traveling. That's dope. I'm up overseas, laughing out loud. Chip, facts. These passport bros be lying. Cloudy, 80 degrees. I'm nearly 44, dealing with a 24-year-old in nursing school. Yeah, I'm sure, but you 44 with your shit together, right? You feel me? Men gotta have their thing together. And it's easy to date a younger woman. I mean, Cammie was 25, right? If I wanted to be like, Cammie, it's me and you against the world, and here's a ring, she would have been like, oh, thank you, oh, okay. I'll give your old ass about 10, 15 good years. I'll give you a child. Your boy could have did that. Your boy could have did that. She got the pickup from the airport in the foreign. She came back to the crib and saw that it's really real. You know? She seen the crib in Brazil. You feel me? It's not like people can't look at the internet and see me living around the world. Right? I don't know, maybe I should go home. I don't know if I want to go on the beach. I'm good. But I definitely did my 5 miles for today. They got so many installs on the beach. They got a volleyball competition. So busy. So busy. They always got something going on here. That's a good thing. They are utilizing their beach for all types of events throughout the year. It's amazing. I've only had one caipirinha since I've been here. I've been good. Had one caipirinha. I've been here like almost 2 weeks. I'm staying off the sugar. I need to go to the supermarket and get a few things. All right, we're gonna wrap it up, y'all. We had a good 2 hours. Yeah, it's just winter here. How about now? How about now? It's back now? How about now? We good? All right. So I'm about to wrap it up, y'all. I got my exercise on. I'm gonna go to the supermarket, get a few things. I'm gonna go to the house and finish watching the Game of Thrones I started over from the beginning. I'm trying to get the names and the houses together for the new season. All right, Justin. Blonde or red hair. Gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta love it, man. Welcome to Brazil. Welcome to Brazil.
Hey, buddy. You don't like scooter?
I only ride women. Chicas. No scooter. I only ride chicas. I don't ride no scooters. I ride women. I don't ride no scooters. Never about looks. Bullshit. You saying that because you's an ugly nigga. Ugly niggas always gonna say it ain't about looks. Like fat niggas gonna say it ain't about being fat, it's about money. You never experienced what it's like being a handsome nigga. You could say it's never been about looks for me. But I know for sure your boy done come up on a lot of shit because of looks. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. Zoe gonna keep it 100. Zoe gonna keep it a buck. That mature, beautiful woman. Look at that. Jesus, I wish my Portuguese was up. Looks gonna get you more in the door. Looks will get you in the bed. Looks could get you more than in the door. It could get you in the bed on the first day. Trust me. Looks could get you some free punani from a chick who usually asks for money all day. If you ain't got them, then you don't understand. But if you got them, trust and believe. Yeah, looks more than fit. But fit helps. If you look good and you fit, you top tier and you got money, of course. Yes, I agree 100%. Yeah, the brother's keeping it real. I'm gonna keep it real with you. If you fit, I see the way women look at dudes that's fit. I mean, you can't deny it. You know, if you fit, you're gonna get looks. If you handsome, you're gonna get looks. If you dress nice, you're gonna get looks. Everything helps. You'd be a fool to think that these things don't make a difference. They do. Because unless you're famous, or unless you're getting out of an expensive car, or unless you're in an expensive area, nobody knows if you got money yet. You feel me? Because anybody could buy a nice outfit and be broke. You could have on some Gucci shit and be broke. Yeah, looks could help them stop and talk to you and give you a chance to shoot your shot. Looks alone can get them to stop and allow you to shoot your shot. Doesn't that work all the time? But you can't tell me that, yo, a smile from a handsome nigga goes a long way. Oh, you got a nice smile? It goes a long way. I'm sorry. I've experienced it. It's realer than real. Said broke cats do nothing but buy outfits. Nah, fly niggas buy nice outfits. I look nice all the time, but I don't buy Gucci and stuff. You know, I buy regular. You know what I seem to be regular things. And it's not just that you buy outfits. Is you gotta have style helps too. Style helps too. You know. People dress better than you to pimp? What? Pimping? Oh, wow. Pimps don't dress good. They dress loud so people could look at them. That's why they wear those silly ass colors and all that over the top stuff. It's to bring attention to them, to make the women want to work for them. Because it's like having a famous boss. And women gonna go work for the guy who is making the most money because she want to be a part of his stable. Pimping ain't got nothing to do with, we talking regular life. We ain't talking no pimping stuff. Can't go wrong with low. If you know, you know. Overseas discipline, home train is good too. El Sanchez. You read that wrong, so, I'm sorry. Say it again. It says something about pimping. Okay, let me see it. Can't go wrong with low. I don't see the comment again. It says something about pimping though, right? All right. If I read it wrong, my bad. But it's still the same. Pimping. Well, that's what pimps do. I heard them say it out their own mouth. That they wear all of that stuff, loud colors and stuff. It's like peacocking, basically. It's like a dandy. If y'all know what a dandy is, it's guys who dress up really nice and to attract attention. A lot of dandies is broke. Cheese sticks, it's $19. Thank you for the support. Hey, Cuzzo. Pay Parks. What's up? You made a butthurt comment. Me? I don't know. Nothing of substance. Okay. Like candy. Okay. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. Harlem Dandy event. They actually have an event? Get out the sun, bro. Laughing out loud. You getting A heat stroke. Nah, I'm cool. Buying what the mannequins is wearing ain't gonna work if you don't have any confidence or style about yourself. Getting fly is a skill that most people don't have. Banks Dillinger. I agree. Love the channel and the information you gave us, guys who are looking to travel. Cheese sticks. Thank you, brother. Theodore, thank you for the Cash App. What's going on, my brother? It's Sheldon, the blind tour. What up, Sheldon? Were you back in Canada? Slow season in Brazil doesn't look so slow. It depends on the week because it can look slow, but if it's sunny, it's gonna look different. When the sun's out, the fun is out in Brazil. They coming out, that sun out. You know, they enjoy that sun. They want their tan. They probably one of the most vitamin D rich countries, or at least cities in the world, because they be out here in that sun. Should I go to this local grocery or go to the... I'm gonna go to the grocery up this way that I go to. If you want to eat for cheaper or go 2 blocks away from the beach. So everything on the beach is expensive. Everything 1 block from the beach is expensive. But when you get 2 blocks from the beach, that's when the prices get more normal. But the prices are higher in general because this is Copacabana. But my suggestion is all these little eateries like this where they're not serving anything special, go 2 blocks down and eat because the food is more reasonable, you know. Because things can be overpriced in these better areas. Copacabana, Ipanema, things are overpriced. Yeah, I saw it, Theodore. Thank you. Yes, back in Toronto for the Caribbean Parade. Oh yeah, I wanted to do that one year. Pimping is another world for homie. I wasn't referencing the game, bro. All right, my bad. I read it wrong. I am walking and trying to read the comments. Like spots like this where the food is going to be normal price. Spots like this where the food is going to be normal price. Little botecas, this price is going to be regular. Let me put my mic back on my shirt. So then I don't have no hands available. Reading and walking is nobody's forte. Because you holding also the phone and it's jumping up and down. And I got on these chancletas. I'm trying to make sure I don't stub my big toe. And you know, you're trying to read everything on a glance and keep it moving. And while you're reading, when the next person comments, what you're reading can be moving up the screen on top of that. So yeah, it's a little bit, you know, it's a little bit of work. I want to do that Caravana in Toronto once. I seen Flyboy, he did it a long time ago and it looked like a lot of fun. I would assume it's similar to the Labor Day parade in Brooklyn, in New York. I remember I used to go to Labor Day parade in New York. It used to be off the hook. Amazing event. Amazing. But you know, people always getting shot or something, man. Ain't nobody got time for that. I know it's part of the culture to lick off a shot in the air, But sometimes a shot gets licked in somebody's ass. It's just not worth it, man. I was even there one year when the float ran over some people. They were too close to the float and they got run over. I was there that year. I was probably like 1989 or 90, somewhere around that time, man. It's exactly like the Labor Day parade, Caribbean parties everywhere. Okay. Get the likes up. Brother ZOE, the barber is here. And yes, every year there's usually a shooting, but there's lots of police outside. Yeah, there's a lot of police outside in Brooklyn too, but man, it's always something, man. Is today Sunday? Oh, a lot of these places are already closed. Oh yeah, a lot of the places are closed already. The supermarkets. Let me see. I forgot it's Sunday. A lot of things are closed on Sunday. Yeah, all my little spots are closed. Damn. I wanted to get me a couple pieces of groceries, but I guess we'll have to do what we have in the crib. I'll go to a little more local store. All right, guys, I think, let me see, another super chat came. Jason J Flipping Life, thank you for the $5. He was drunk and fell under the truck. Okay. We had a shooting at the mall in Houston the other day. That content creator, Gerald Houston, ended up getting shot while doing content in the mall. That's crazy. My next trip might be Stockholm, Sweden. Have you been? Sheldon, no, I haven't been. ZOE, I'm a real estate investor. If I take 6K in a month, if I have 6K in a month and a monthly cash flow, how much would you suggest to have liquid to move and shake abroad at your comfort level? If you got 6K a month outside of your bills, then you could move and flow. That's good. That's a good piece of cash to do what you want to do while traveling around the world. If you still got another, that's more than enough, honestly. I would say your best bet is to stay in places longer so you can get more bang for your buck. Like if you take a 6 months lease somewhere, you can negotiate a better price than if you just stay in one place for a month. You negotiate a better price, but not as much as you could negotiate if you were staying somewhere for 6 months. Also, if you stay somewhere for 6 months, you shorten the amount of time where you need to fly because the flights are going to be costly as well. So now you can't visit as many places, but you know, you get a 6 months lease. Like for instance, in Thailand or any of these places, Lima, any place, if you at least do 6 months, you can negotiate a regular price for a property to rent. But if you do month to month, you can't negotiate but so much. If you do month to month, they're gonna send you right to their Airbnb. Like you could find an Airbnb that you like. And if you're gonna spend 6 months, you could send a person a message and say, hey, can you make me a deal for 6 months outside of this Airbnb price? And usually they're gonna negotiate with you, you know. Yeah, so I would say that would be my advice. But if you wanna just move and shake and go to a different country every month, then I think your best bet would be maybe to fly to nearing countries. Make your schedule on ChatGPT and they'll tell you the best way. Like say you wanna do a South American tour or you wanna do a Central American tour. I would say do it like that, if that makes sense for you. But then if there's specific places that you want to visit that are not in the same regions, then it is what it is. But if you got money laid out like that, I would say make your travel strategic. I think that's something that I did strategic so that I save more money. When I said I was 57 with a 29-year-old, I must have the bag because it ain't about my looks. I'm just saying. You might be a good look. You can have it all, but I'm pretty sure you gotta have a little something, you know what I mean? You ain't gotta be Daddy Warbucks, but you know, I mean, you have to show and prove as a man that you can help a woman out. We all know that, that's what it is. You know, women want help, you know? They think in exchange for their body that you need to give them help. However you want to equate that, you know? Especially if they're youthful. They're like, I'm giving you my youth. I'm giving you my beauty. You know, what are you going to give me? And I know we all would like to say, you're going to get this dick, but it's not going to be enough. I know that's going to be all of our answer. So I walked y'all around the normal areas, and this is what normal life looks like in Copacabana outside of the beauty of the beach. You see everybody standing on that corner? This is where you will buy your tickets for the Flamengo game. This is one of the places to buy tickets for the Flamengo game. So people stand out here to be first in line to buy their tickets. I've been to the Flamengo game a few times, and this is where they stand. I don't know if something else is going on, but usually that's what it looks like when they're about to sell tickets and people are here to get their tickets, or they're getting a bus from here because there's a game today. There's a game today, and matter of factly. I'm starting to realize, this is Sheldon Abekchal, realize that we have to be careful who we link up with in the travel space. I wanted to know your thoughts and what's going on in the travel space. I don't know if you have to be careful per se. I think you need to maybe link up with somebody that you have more in common with. And you know, like, I don't think nobody should be held accountable because they interviewed somebody. Oh, you interviewed him, you this, you that, you know. But if they don't fit your pedigree, then I don't know, all connects and link ups and collaborations are not worthy or worth it. I would say that. And who you associate with is important, because I think there has been a direct link to a certain type of travel YouTuber now that they're all on the same, like, it's always the same group arguing and bickering with beef with fundraisers and with the whole thing. So, you know, there has, to me, it's almost like they're indirectly separating themselves from the other guys because they continue on with the same thing. If you don't want to be in the beefs, stay away from those type of content creators, because they create them. They spend too much time inside of those beefs, you know, and it's not near one of them who haven't had like 5 beefs with 5 other different creators. It's like it's that group, you know what I mean? And if you don't want to be involved with the shenanigans, then just stay away from that group. That's what I would say. Hey. got some exotic women out here. I'm so Brooklyn, why you say that? And the begging never stops. Flamingo plays Sao Paulo. Okay, yeah. He might be talking about the super freaks in the space. Nah, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about, you know, there's a group that's always beefing and arguing and talking about each other and, you know, we're gonna fight and I would just say it's an immature part of the space because it's not an age thing because they're young guys just doing their thing and doing content. So it's a part of the space that's kind of immature. I would say that much. They're kind of immature because the behavior is immature. I've disassociated myself from the passport bros. It's nothing but clowns, beggars, pedos, snitches. I wouldn't put that on the passport bros. I would more so say that. And just because you do YouTube doesn't make you a passport bro. I'm talking specifically about YouTubers, not, there are a whole bunch of guys, I guess, who travel, who may consider themselves passport bros. But they're just travelers, you know, and then there's YouTubers that are just YouTubers and not necessarily passport bros. So I wouldn't just associate someone doing YouTube, travel YouTube, as a passport bro. Damn, all the supermarkets are closed. I forgot about Sunday. Sunday, you can't get Nathan. I did a lot of walking trying to find a supermarket that will be open, but they're all closed already. And it's not even 4 o'clock. All right, so I gotta work with whatever I have in my house. All right, guys, it's been lovely. It's been a long talk, a long live. And peace out, man. Till next time, International Zoe.